Whatever idea you accept as true, you will realize in your life. See, our minds are powerful. Our brain is split into two hemispheres, the left and the right, the conscious and the subconscious, the reasoning mind and the imagination. The conscious mind being 10% of who you are, and the subconscious being the 90%. You see, most of life resides in the subconscious, in 90% of who we are. But people don't understand this. They don't realize that they can be, do, and have anything that they want. For our conscious mind is like seeds that we plant in the garden of our subconscious. And it is only through belief, acceptance, patience, that seed will grow and bear fruit for you to harvest. Whatever it may be, whether it's good or bad, the subconscious mind does not care. All it cares about is the action of planting, of grow, of harvesting. It is up to the conscious mind to determine which way you set the sails of the ship of your mind, what direction you're going in, whether that direction be towards peace and prosperity and abundance, or poverty and illness and lack and limitation. For we can truly have, be, and do anything that we desire. For it is through desire. That is how our subconscious speaks to our conscious mind. It is how God communicates with man. Because of this, we must realize, because we don't understand our mind, we don't understand who we are, we don't know who we are, we don't recognize our value, we don't exercise any of this and use it, we live life based off of other people's terms. We care about what other people think. We're living life vicariously through other people, through things, through events and circumstances. But never do we take a step back. Never do we take a second and listen to ourselves. We never realize that our self-talk, that our thoughts is what is molding and shaping this external world. We never listen to ourselves. Our truth that is within us. You see, other people, the world, wants you to focus on them. They want you to focus on the next recession or a depression or a new illness. And they want you, when I mean they, I mean the powers that be that are withholding truth and knowledge away from the masses. because they understand the power of the subconscious mind. That whatever you accept as true becomes an actuality. You see, our mind, the subconscious mind, it has no differentiation of persons, meaning it doesn't care what you plant. All it cares about is that you plant. And so if you choose to plant thoughts of good, that is what you will harvest. That is what you will experience in your life. If you choose to plant thoughts of evil, thoughts of negativity, that is what you will experience as well. The subconscious mind doesn't care. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real versus what is imagined. Because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined, it is open to everything and anything. It is only through the conscious mind, your personality, who you think you are, that is the difference between what you accept in your life versus what you reject. For if you accept, if you consent to someone else's suggestions, someone else's ideas, and you believe that, that is what you will experience. For if you go throughout the world and you're listening to everyone else and you believe in what everyone else says, and you never give heed to your own ideas, to your own beliefs, you're giving away your power. You're giving everyone else your energy. But never do you use that for your own benefit, for your own good. People don't trust themselves. They trust other people. They trust the government. They don't believe in themselves. And that is why people aren't successful. They don't believe in them fucking selves. They don't know a self to believe in. And so our mind will accept any idea that's beautiful. Any thought, feeling, or emotion any suggestion as true, because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is imagined versus what is physically real. It believes it's one and the same. It acts according to it being one and the same. It is only our conscious mind, our daily waking mind, that can tell the difference between, am I actually awake and conscious, or am I asleep and dreaming? That's why there's an age-old mystical question of, is life a dream? And that's truly up to each and every one of us to come to the answer for ourselves, to come to that conclusion only through our own experiences, only through our own realization, for that is how you discover truth. through experience and realization, not through the means of this physical world. Meaning, people believe that they are their bodies. They believe that this world is real, the physical world of our senses. But they are simply electrical signals in the brain. It is our eyes that pick up off of the sunlight to produce light and color. It is our ears that pick up off of the vibrations in the air to produce sound. Or our eardrums in specific. It is the nerve endings in our skin that picks up off of the electrical vibrations in the air to produce heat and temperature. In a philosophical sense, we do create our own worlds, our own subjective realities. But it is not our personality. It is not the left hemisphere of our brain or our physical, carnal, rational mind. It is the greater awareness within us, our own imagination, our own consciousness, what we know as I am. Or the present moment, consciousness. That is the creator of all things. That is what the people who wrote the Bible call God. It is not some being in the sky that's going to judge you when you die. This is a false interpretation of Scripture. It is a false concept of God. People don't know God. They look outside of themselves for the answers, for the solution, for peace, for prosperity and abundance, for love. But never do they look within, for it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. If you look within, you will find God as your own awareness, your own consciousness. For God's name is I am that I am, or I am. And it is whatever you add to I am, that is what you're going to experience in your life. For God is a giver. He does not take. He gives exceedingly and abundantly. And people ask and they pray to God, but their prayers are not answered. They never question to themselves why my prayers aren't getting answered. And if they do, they say it's on God's timing, or God doesn't want me to have this. Do they ever ask, am I praying the right way? Is the God I'm praying to even real? And of course it isn't, because they're praying to God outside of themselves. They're making up their own God. It's man-made. But never do they look within. For man cannot create consciousness. Consciousness just is. Period. It's this happening, this phenomena that we're experiencing. It is both the involuntary aspects of our life, like our heart beating without us voluntarily beating it, or our breathing, because we go on to breathe until we put our attention on it and then we focus on our breath. But these are one and the same. And it all connects to the subconscious mind, or the Lord, as they'd call it in the Bible. The Lord meaning the law of consciousness, the law of mind, or what we know in Western world as God. That being said, whatever you add to I am, whatever thought that you impress on the subconscious mind, whatever suggestion or idea that you accept as true, you will realize into your life. For our subconscious mind has to deal with habits. It's habit forming, not only physical habits, but mental habits as well, psychological habits. And when we accept ideas from the world, from other people, from governments and structures that are man made, meaning ideas of poverty, ideas of not being able to make ends meet, ideas of scarcity and limitation, ideas of illness and death. These are all man-made ideas. They're not real, like fear. Fear or false evidence appearing real. It's in your mind. It's not real. Shout out to Steve the Dean. He asked, can you touch fear? Can you grab fear? And you can't, because it isn't real. It's in our mind. It's the suggestions that we give to ourselves that appear to be so real because we believe it. We accept it as true. And when we accept something as true, it becomes an actuality. We realize it in our life because we planted the seed in the garden of our mind. And that seed will grow. Because there are physical laws, what goes up goes down, there are mental laws as well. What we plant in our mind will grow. It is a law of growth, of the laws of life, of love, the law of mind. And to get what you want out of life, you don't have to understand any of this really. You don't have to understand about the subconscious mind or the conscious mind. To put it practically, how to actually use metaphysics. As above, so below. As in heaven, so on earth. As within, so without. Whatever idea that you have, whatever thought that you think, when you accept it as true or when you feel it to be as true, you will experience it. Whether it be money and the freedom that comes from money, whether it be the relationships that you want, the relationship that you want with yourself, whether it be to just enjoy life, to find and know peace and joy and bliss and freedom and happiness and all the good things that come with, through, and from life. It all starts with your mind. And it ends with your mind as well. For does it not say in the Bible, I am the beginning and the end? I am. Or the present moment, your own consciousness, your own awareness of being is all things. For nothing once came into this physical world if it didn't start out as a thought. Everything in this physical world, to the clothing, to the homes that we live in or get to live in, to me and you, we all start out as thoughts. And it originates from a cosmic intelligence, an infinite intelligence within all of us. If only we seek it, if only we look for it, we will find it. If we ask for it, it will be given to us. But don't ask outside of yourself. Ask the infinite part of you, not your personality, not who you think you are, not your name or your body, but God, the subconscious mind, the law of life and the law of mind. For there's only one law that God operates from, and that is the law of consciousness, the law of mind. And that is what Jesus was teaching. He wasn't teaching religion. He wasn't teaching to follow him or to believe in him. He was teaching Christ consciousness as an example, a living, walking example of it. Did Jesus exist? Who knows? Probably not. But I'm not here to step on people's beliefs. Believe what you want to believe in. But believe in yourself. That is what Jesus was teaching. For you are God. You are the creator. If you would move past your ego, if you would move past who you think you are and realize the truth of who you are, that it is within you, all the answers, all the solutions, all the good. For God is one letter short of good. The devil is evil spelled backwards without the D. That's all that this is. That's all religion was trying to talk about and teach. Good and evil. But when you move past the duality of things and experience oneness, experience the present moment, or come to know God, for it says in the Bible, be still and know I am God. To be still, to relax the mind, to meditate, and come to the realization or the knowing, the experience that your own consciousness, your own awareness of being, or no thought is God. For all thoughts that we experience are part of the ego. But when you still the waters of your mind and come to know that which is within, you will find power and wisdom, or Christ, and you will be with him as he is with the Father. For you and the Father are one. For I and the Father are one. So, key takeaways: whatever you accept as true becomes a reality. Any suggestion that your mind accepts as true, you will experience. And so, it's best to keep your mind focused on what you want rather than what you don't want. To reject everything that does not work for you, that isn't serving you. Excuse me. And to accept or consent to the ideas that you want, the good that you desire. For you can be, do, and have everything that you want in life. The only person holding you back is your own damn self. For no events or circumstances can truly hold back God, can truly hold back your imagination. Nothing's impossible to the imagination. It is fuck. It It is only what you accept to be true or what you reject. So reject the world. Reject the news. Don't watch the news. For it doesn't add anything to you or your life. All it fills you with is negativity, with thoughts of lack and limitation and disease and illness and pain and suffering. If only you would choose, and this is in a delusional sense, to focus on yourself, to focus on your own mind. You will begin to mold and shape your life the way that you want it. Not the way the world wants it.